Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakodash. All right, double honor to the apostles, elders, the great millstone. All right, which real well. Real quick, just to let this world know that it was through the apostles, by the Spirit of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, that brought us this true information, man, the understanding of the scriptures. And it was by nobody else, all right, but by the chosen elect men, all right, that were chosen before the foundation of the earth, as we know in the scriptures. The Lord already chose these men to give us this knowledge or feed us with this knowledge by Yahweh Shah's Spirit. Because you got a lot of unruly and vain talkers, like the scriptures talk about, who don't want to give credit when it's due. All right, but again, double honors to those rightful ruling men. All right, which continually feed us and prove with the works that they are sincere. All right, and then honors and blessings, salutations to the elect of Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai, you sincere brothers that also follow in the same spirit as the elders and the apostles by the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai. All right, and I'm not talking about niggas that talk shit. All right, that make videos to talk shit about great millstone. I'm talking about sincere brothers that are actually doing the work, teaching, edifying. All right, like Paul said, man, you can't edify, man. There ain't no point of you. There ain't nothing to you. All right, so slack him, for changing up the salute, because, man, sometimes I watch videos of other men just to see the bullshit they're on, and the foaming, swelling words that they talk about, man. And again, the words, when you go back into that word swelling in Jude, it goes into a morbid enlargement, which goes into unhealthy interest. All right, these men that want to that claim they believe in Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai, but videos are only about to talk shit. That's an unhealthy interest, man. That's not your fucking job. Your job is to teach, all right? And every prophet, every man of the Lord is held by that standard, okay? So with that, I wanted to make this lesson, man, through the inspiration of, a video that Apostle Gabar made a couple days ago. It was titled, roughly paraphrasing, something to the effect of like, the more fearful these things become, the more reality it becomes. Something like that, man. Basically, it becomes more fearful day by day. More, the word fruition. Things are being more realized and openly understood that, like, oh shoot, we are in some bad times. And so with that premise, I wanted to talk about, being preserved past these calamities. I believe it was, Salakit. I know it's in Psalms. I wanted to say it was like Psalms 56 or 57, where it goes into where it was, I think it was David who asked to be preserved until the passing of the calamities. Every day, man, I was thinking about this yesterday. I've been thinking about this for actually a couple of weeks, to be honest. Every day that we get closer to the end is another day where we get closer to the revealment of Esau's true hatred against Jacob. And every day that goes by is more of a day for Esau to show himself, man. And so I was thinking about it. I seen this a couple of weeks ago. I seen a Jake got pulled over. I was in Milwaukee, and I was just thinking, like, damn, that could have been me. I could have been stopped by a police oppressively, or for whatever reason, I could have been pulled over by the man, And so I was thinking about, because like me in particular, when I go to camp, I got to drive 2.5 hours to meet the brothers, because I live over here 2.5 hours away. And so I got to worry about police and everything. I'm not driving illegally, nothing. It's just I got to worry about things. I got to worry about something happening to me while I'm on the way there, what have you. Something negative. And but the main thing I was looking at was being pulled over by Esau, because for whatever reason. You know, the more that we get closer, like I said, Esau is going to be more of a tyrant. All right. You know, there was this woman, it was called, you know, the video was titled Hell. This woman was pissed off because she had to pay a water bill, but she can't use the water. She said they made her pay $100 for the water bill, and she can't even use the water. She goes, it makes no sense. You know, but in these times that we're approaching up to, man, like, you're gonna see more Esau reacting. You know, I seen a clip that transpired over what was it? So-called Labor Day, and it was a president, you know, President Sloppy Joe addressing something, man, at the monument or something. I don't know, man. Something where he was just up at the goddamn camera, and you know he was being heckled and hassled because he's a fucking idiot. But they were trying to remove the guy, I guess, who started the little uproar, a tiny little uproar. And, you know, Sloppy Joe was like, no, let him go. You know, everybody's entitled to being an idiot. Hey, man, a president would have never said that before, man. Going back, 10 years. Going back to Barack Obama. No, you know, a president would have never made those comments to the people, you know? But now that you see these things speeding up, you know, you see Esau starting to lose a little bit of his composure. And you see it through these elites, through these faces, you know, agents and whatnot. You know, they're starting to get irritated. You know, you had Sloppy Joe say back when the elite told him to make the comment, we've had patience, but our patience is running out. And that's the sentiment that these elites hold, because they're getting tired of supporting lazy ass Jake. You know, that's essentially what's going on. Now they do it, you know, unjustly, you know, but they're getting tired. They're getting tired of trying to put up this guise that they're a peaceable man when really they're a bloody man. That's why the scriptures say that the bloody and deceitful man, the Lord will abhor. Because Esau is a bloody man. He's naturally a violent and bloody man. And he's tired of holding back who he is. What was the first thing that he was doing back when he was growing up, man? The identifier to Esau was that he was a cunning man of the field. He was always out hunting. All right? He was killing things. And it said that he was using his skill to do that. He had a skill for killing. All right? You know that Esau has many tactics and methods on killing his enemy. All right? You have no idea that the things that he did to Jake back during the time of slavery, even before that, just being on the earth to people. How he would act with the people. All right? And it always resulted in death. I made a comment about when I was going over the land of the tribe of Asher with class. There was a man who made a comment. His name was Ronald White. Lived back in like 1948, I believe. But he had made a comment about, you know, our people following the ways of Esau. He said that it was a sure thing that we would become lost if we followed his ways, if we followed Esau's ways, which is very true. Because Esau, again, his behavior, his goal is to kill. He is death. That's why you had, what's his name? What was it? Oppenheimer? You know, he made the comment, you know, we have now become death. I am now the destroyer of worlds. And that was because he created the atom bomb. All right? Or not, he didn't create it, but you know what I'm saying. But, you know, this man's existence is to be bloody. And that's why the scriptures, you know, I was thinking about it, man, like, man, you got to pray. You got to pray, man, that you're not going to be caught up in this whirlwind of disaster that Esau brings when the times come. Because that scripture specifically talked about being preserved past the days of calamities. All right? And we're in a soft area of it right now. Like I was going over the tribe of Judah. That's what I was doing last class. You know, I was holding class, and I was going over the tribe of Judah. And basically, what Judah did was they forced that guise of believement on Jake, because there was a lot of things Judah was fighting for. Man, they were fighting for equality, for rights, to be seen as equals, to, you know, desegregation, the right to, you know, certain things, and it worked, so to speak. And Esau had to put up this lie that he can coexist with Jacob, and so he had to pass laws to, you know, allow the blacks to do this, do that, blah blah blah, give them more freedom, blah blah blah. And so Esau had to hold up that guise, the distortment of truth, for decades. But he's getting tired of it now. That's what I'm getting at, man. He's getting tired of holding up that lie. Esau wants to be weird. You know, the brother Atazo, man, made a beautiful comment. And I totally forgot about that movie, but I noticed, everybody noticed it in the movie Hunger Games. They all dress weird. All the Edomites were dressing weird as fuck, man. That's because they're naturally a weird ass people. Yeah, I was watching a snippet of what do you call it? Pirates of the Caribbean. You know, YouTube likes to recommend it to me, and they're kind of cool now. But there was a scene where Captain Jack Sparrow pretended to be the judge for Gibbs, but they all wearing wigs. When the fuck did Jake ever do something like that, man? You know? And the wigs, I think, were supposed to represent like wisdom, you know, an experienced man, you know, with wisdom, because it was always white-haired wigs. The scriptures talk about the wisdom of a man being through his gray hair, right? Well, when did Jake ever do some weird, silly shit like that, man? Some weird ass, you know, Legend of Bagger Vance looking pants, you know? Esau is naturally a weird and violent person, man, and he wants to show it. That's why, man, the world to come that he's trying to create, you know, through, you know, which we already know he's going to force it with the pushing of the MOTB, because that's going to signify that you are down with the way that he operates. But if you don't, you know, he's going to try to kill you. But that's why he wants to have a certain type of ethic placed on the earth when that time comes, because there was a slogan back during the 1960 Cuban Missile Crisis, where America put up a banner saying that something like a world where hypocrisy can be accepted, something like that. That's the so-called white man. He wants to be accepted in all of his natural baseness. And so, in order for him to display that, his thought process is to eliminate anybody who does not align with that. So that's why you're going to have Jacob's trouble. You're going to have, you know, the implementing of his draconian ways, because he's going to be like, either you worship me, or you accept my weird assness, or you die. And those are the times we're approaching to, man. So it's very, again, the whole point, well, you know, I kind of strayed. The purpose is to, you know, demonstrate that you're going to need to pray, man, because the scriptures say, man, that Esau will come down with great wrath, because he knows, but he has but a short time. He has a very short time to try to, you know, fulfill his desire of creating his own world. So, you know, common scriptures, you know, how should thou be, seeing these things shall come to pass? What manner of persons ought you to be in all holy conversation? We already understand, man, not to give into this devil. We ought to understand that this devil, man, his spirit is not upright in him. And we understand that the Lord is going to use him to wipe out, you know, those that were actually, you know, rebellious towards Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you know, the 2/3. But with that, Esau's thought process is that I'm going to be able to do what I want to do while doing that. But it's not going to happen. But in your personal, you know, I'll just say lot, you know, your job is to trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, pray, because like I said, man, it could be you. We have hope. Every day, man, is a beautiful miracle, because, you know, it's a marvel how we're not caught up in these snares of Esau, man. You know, we've been given insight on how to maneuver. We know this devil's plans. We know his moods. We know how he likes to move. and the Lord preserves us from it. But you got to be careful and just always, the main thing is to trust. That's the topic I'm always harping on, man, is trusting and having faith. Going to be a good reason why you're going to extol Yahweh Shema Shai forever in the kingdom, man. There's a scripture, the man that imagineth mischief, if I'm saying it right. Yeah, man, you don't want to get caught up in that, man, because he's got a wrath behind it. I think the scriptures even said that he has a burning wrath of a multitude is kindled above you, man, or before you. He's getting ready to start acting like a madman or show his madmanness. So, with that, pray. The scriptures say, pray without ceasing and trust. So that's the point. Trust the Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Get ready. Always be prepared. Have discretion. One of the synonyms of discretion is circumspection. So you see how it ties in. So a certain type of behavior. So, with that, I'm going to go to end it. Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rekakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, the great millstone. Peace and much love, honors and blessings, salutations to the elect of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. All right, Yahweh Bahashim Shai, Brakatham, Kwame Shai Allah Shalom.